Hello, everybody. Welcome to Telli Talks, where we talk about life, growth, relationships, and all things in between. We are here at the Classic Cat, and this episode is sponsored by 8 Lab. We have a very special guest today. She is an entrepreneur, businesswoman, fitness instructor, and a pharmacist, Dr. Robin B.
Thank you, babe.
Thanks for coming on. Cheers.
Cheers.
To life, health, wealth, and happiness.
Yes, all of the above.
Amen.
I just love lychee.
So good.
Such a vibe.
I just love a martini. Like,
I know.
Martini vibes here. I love
so
it.
Fancy.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so for the people that don't know your journey, tell us how you got to where you are today.
Love that. I love that question. So my journey is untraditional, right? I am a doctor. My background is doctor of pharmacy. And so over 10 years of school, I was dedicated to the craft, and I really fell in love with pharmacy. But I always had a passion for fitness. So I ended up, once I graduated, I ended up becoming a certified personal trainer. And I realized that there's really a link between pharmacy and fitness, right?
Absolutely.
With what we put in our bodies and what we do with our bodies, right? And that movement is medicine. So I was like, you know what, especially post-pandemic, things were crazy, especially when it came to medication and what we recommended. I was like, we really don't have, set guidelines for cure. So I was like, okay, let's work out. Let's be proactive instead of reactive, and just kind of reverse these diseases. So I made that my platform. And luckily, I already had one. And it just kind of it just happened, right? And people just wanted to see, oh, what's your workout plan? What's your meal plan? So I ended up developing that, and now I have an app.
I love that.
And it's amazing.
So what's the app called? Where can they find it? What's on the app?
Yeah, so it's called, I'm with a company called Ladder. So Ladder, you can think of like a Peloton, right? Where there's only a selected number of trainers and everyone does something different, but it's without the hardware. So you don't need a bike, you don't need any certain equipment. You just need to bring your phone to the gym or at home. So my program is a HIIT program. So it's really dumbbell only, resistance bands, it's super easy, and people are transitioning really fast and transforming. So I love it because it also is I'm actually helping as if it was the medical field. I love it. I love to see it.
So HIIT, for the people that don't know what HIIT is high intensity training.
Yes. Yeah, you got it.
What is it? High intensity training?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the T.
I was like, wait. I feel like I'm missing something. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so it's super fast, super quick, but it gets the job done like she said. She's working with, you don't need a gym, you just need your resistant bands and your dumbbells, and you are going.
Yes.
Quick. It's a quick burn, but a good burn, a decent burn.
Yes.
So what is your top go-to workouts?
Right. So with the HIIT, so the high intensity interval training, right?
I was like, I knew I was missing something.
No, it's fine. It's the same thing. But the interval is what I really manipulate. So my resting time will be a little bit shorter in certain rounds or longer, right? So that, we starve our muscles of the oxygen and people are really getting results in their muscle atrophy. So, but our workouts it's not always just jumping around, right? You would think that, but it's more so AMRAP. So how many reps can you do? As many reps as possible in that interval. So it's kind of up to, the user about where they're at in their fitness level. That's why any beginner to advanced can join my program.
That's amazing.
Yeah, where I would do 15 reps, somebody may do 5. And that's okay, as long as you focus on form. And so my team in particular is called Team Formation. And so, I put on Beyonce, get information.
I love it. I love it.
And I'm like, guys, form is number one before you have to worry about, lifting heavy or going fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
I 110% form is essential in working out, because it's if you're not doing the workout right, how are you going to build that muscle properly?
Yes.
If you're not even
targeting
doing it right.
it.
Yeah.
Right. And everybody thinks oh yeah, I know how to do a squat. Trust me.
And then you injure yourself and you're just,
There's so many improper squats that I see in the gym. I'm like, all right, keep going, but be careful.
I love that you teach form first and foremost before you add on weight, because it's one, I feel working out using your own body weight is effective as is.
Yes.
And then just having that proper form.
Yes.
Essential. I'm not going to say, let me stop before y'all y'all trainers get on me, like,
right.
but I feel like there's trainers that train you and give you all this weight or put you on cardio, but they're not looking at your form.
Yes.
And I just feel like that's super essential, where you're like, okay, hey, you're responsible to do, I don't know, 20 squats and 3 reps. And then they're not doing it properly, so it's like you're almost wasting your workout if you're not doing it right.
And then they wonder why they're sore the next day. And it's just like, especially like we're prone to like arching our back, or there's little tips that I feel like there's like there's key areas that you need to master. Like the hinge is really big, in addition to the squat that we talked about. Like the hinge, which is for like your RDLs, so your deadlifts. Your back has to be straight. Your chin has to be tucked. You have to be sucking in, engaging your core. It's really intense, especially because you see all those people like lifting big barbells. They have to have that right hinge form. And then the lunge. People mess up lunges all the time. And these moves, like once you master them, if somebody says do this combo move that sounds crazy, you can do it because you have the form. Yeah.
And do you feel that out of anything that you're doing in a workout, what is the most important?
I think engaging your core is important because it supports your back. It supports all your moves. And like I said, if you, girl.
We were just talking about that.
If you don't, like I said, you can risk like just really having an injury or like, man, what's wrong with my back? So I think like engaging your core, and then you also use your core because you want abs. Right? Yeah. Like you want
the hardest thing to work out.
People think you have to be doing abs on the floor in order to get abs. Abs are done in every workout. So
abs are done in every workout, but do you feel also it's what you put in your body too that is just like, I feel like if you don't eat properly, no matter how much you work out, those abs are not going to come.
That's
no matter what you do.
That's number one before working out. Is the kitchen. Like your diet is your transformation. So I always tell people, like when you start your fitness journey, start aggressively with your diet, right? Because you want to kind of jumpstart your body into it,
right?
And you're not going to obviously be moving at 100 miles a minute. You just started. You don't know the form. You don't know. You don't have the endurance yet.
Right.
So you need to start in the kitchen. And so even if you try intermittent fasting, that is something that is easy. It's not like you're starving yourself.
Right.
But you just have these eating times.
Yeah. So out of the best way to diet, lose weight, do you feel like intermittent fasting is the best way to go about it in a healthy manner?
Yeah. Because I'm not telling you what to eat. I'm just telling you when. And that all has to do with hormones, right? And just like insulin resistance, just when your glycemic index and like your insulin is working and when it's not. I think that's what we should follow versus just like what to eat. Now,
absolutely
eat clean, don't get me wrong, like have complex carbs, have your protein. I'm huge on protein. Like that's my biggest thing.
So you're not vegan, you're not vegetarian,
no,
you do
girl.
Eat meat.
No keto, none of that.
Yeah.
I eat meat. Yeah, because it just depends on your aesthetic that you're going for too.
Yes.
Like I want to see definition. I want to see muscle on my body. I want to see the abs. I want to see my arms defined.
Agree.
But if you just want to look slim, maybe a pescatarian diet, but you're still getting in protein.
Right.
Yeah.
So how about like for the people that want to see definition that are like vegan or vegetarian, they don't get that protein through a meat supply and they get it through, I don't know, a shake or however they intake their protein. Do you feel like their muscle definition is different or it looks different? Can you tell as like a doctor?
Yes, you can tell. You can tell when someone is vegan and training. And there's vegan bodybuilders. They look amazing, but you can tell it's not the same. But there's other supplements that you could take besides protein as well for that look. Like there's creatine that people take, and that helps also with like your endurance in the gym. And that's why it helps with your muscle growth. Because if I can go longer, I can be stronger.
How do you feel about creatine? Because I feel like there's so many pros and cons on creatine. It's good for you, bad for you.
Yeah.
What is your perspective on creatine?
I mean, I think for a healthy adult, like us, creatine is perfect. It's especially on like, because if we want to build legs and booty, right? On those leg days, those heavy lifting days, for sure. It just makes you go a little bit longer, right? I don't think there's anything wrong unless you have a health problem. Like even with protein, it can be bad for people with kidney issues, right? So like if someone's kidneys failing, like, I would say lean off the protein. But other than that, if you're healthy, it's fine.
Yeah, I feel like too much of anything is bad for you.
Yeah.
Too much water, and everyone drinks water, and you need
too
water.
Too much caffeine.
Exactly. So as far as being a personal trainer and being a pharmacist, how do you manage both tasks throughout your life?
At first, it was a struggle. And then you have your social life, your love life, right? And just like the business side of me, right? Just the creativity. Because before I became a pharmacist or did any of this, I was a fashion designer. So, like, for me, I like to be creative. I like to learn and be creative. So I use that same mantra everywhere I go. So when I was practicing in pharmacy, I felt like there was a ceiling. I felt like there was only so far I can go. Because even technically, you're under the doctor's orders, right? The prescriber. So I was like, you know what? Like, I can make fitness my business. I can transition completely from there, from the pharmacy to the gym, and do it online.
Right.
So it's really about not only being a creative at heart, but like in your business model and how you market, getting really creative.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So do you feel like you like fitness more than pharmacy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, it's definitely giving more fitness than pharmacy.
For sure.
110%. It's just like, when you have a passion for something, you could feel it and it resonates in the person, and it just comes out like, okay, you can look at her body and be like, she is toned, she works out her legs, her arms are toned, there's no flab.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You could see when someone is, I don't want to say married to the gym, but just committed. And you could see it in their body, you could see it in their form, you could see it in their actions. They're disciplined on, even with drinking. Like, it's like, okay, we're drinking today, but it might not be all day. It might not be the whole weekend. It might just be today, and then we're on a break for 3 weeks, So it's just moderation and just consistency, and you could tell when someone's like in the gym and committed to the gym and just not going occasionally.
Right, like making it a lifestyle.
Exactly.
And I think that because when I wake up and I go to the gym, I'm like, is this really my job? This is my job. And I'm so happy. I didn't feel that way in the pharmacy. I was just like, wow, I've really, really, truly earned this 10 years and now I'm here. Versus like, oh, I get to work out and I get paid for this,
Yeah, that's it. So what has been the most, I guess, exhilarating moment for you working out and being with Ladder and just, I guess traveling, or what is it that drives you to come to work every day being a fitness trainer?
I think community is number one. Like being able to not only have the followers. I had followers for so long, but I wasn't connecting with them. They were just double tapping and moving on. But now that I feel like I have a tribe of people that really are like counting on you to keep them accountable. And like they have kids, they have families, and they're bringing in their husbands, in the app and things like that. I just really feel like honored to be trusted with their health.
Absolutely.
Right? And I do just think that like I would never negate getting that degree because it helps like solidify the credibility that I have,
Absolutely.
And so as long as I bring that to my platform and keep that going, then it's going to be a beautiful experience.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So managing entrepreneurship, managing the pharmacy, being a pharmacist, managing personal training, how do you find time for love life, girl, and personal friends, just time in general?
Well, girl, it's tough. It definitely takes a lot of planning.
Yes.
But I am a spontaneous person naturally. So with everything that I do, like I said, I apply the principles that I learned to everything. And so my biggest one is like stacking content, getting work done ahead of time.
You have to.
Yes, girl. That's like my lifesaver so that I can have free time.
Yes.
Getting ahead. So even with my app, the way that it works is that I have to do voiceovers for every single workout, and they're new each week. So people are really getting a true personal trainer, and that's a lot of work, right?
Yeah, it is.
So I'm at my computer, I'm doing these voiceovers within this little interval, having to redo it a million times. It's a thing.
Yeah.
So as long as I get ahead of it, then that's good. As long as I get ahead of my content, that's good.
Absolutely.
So that's my trick.
Do you ever feel like you get too ahead? Because sometimes, like, for example, I get like this too, girl, because I'm like, there's times I have so much going on. I have my fragrance page, I have my podcast, I have my association, I have my personal, I have my daughters, my dogs, I have all these pages to manage, right? do you feel like you have so much content at times that you're just like, okay, I have all this content and I got to do this thing now. I got to do this thing now, where it's just like so much going on that you have so much. And do you feel like it kind of overlaps, or it gets old, or there's something new that's coming out? Because everything's evolving all the time.
Yeah, and that's, yes, because you do a lot and it's incredible. And I am the same way. But the way that I think about it is I get things to a running speed. Right, I get whether it's a team behind it, whether that is something scheduled, or like I figure out how to automate that business.
Right.
And once that business is automated, then I'm like, okay, I can move on to the next. Because I'd rather have 10% of 100 businesses than 100% of one.
Listen.
Like, so I'm never going to stop wanting that.
Absolutely.
Excuse me, but I have to like prepare for it properly and be patient. I can't just roll out everything at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 110% agree. Because when I tell you, it's like, okay, well, I got to do this for Telli Swift. I got to do this for Kaori Wilder. I got to do this for Telli Talks. I got to do this for Boxing Wags. It's like, hold on, when is it going to stop? But you don't want it to stop.
No.
Like you said, you want to have what's almost like, I guess, your bullseye, right? You have a bullseye, and there's 50% here, and there's 20% here, and there's 10% here. So what do you feel like your percentage is in your life is in your bullseye?
Ooh, I love that. I feel like I prioritize my app, because I want to have as many subscribers as possible. And I want to help as many people as possible with a technology that I know works. Right? Like a lot of things we can build and, or trust other companies. And it's like, I know and trust this app. It's a really good platform. But there's all other things that people want, So then those things are going to go, towards the 20%. And when it comes to, like the pharmacy aspect, what I've done is put it into speaking engagements, like when I did Essence Fest, and people were able to come up and just ask random questions. I'm doing, things at churches and going across the world and speaking, but that's only, a couple days out of the year.
Right.
So that's how that is prioritized. And then when it comes to the other businesses, I just make sure if they're low on the totem pole, to still have like a standing call each week, or a standing update with the team, or just a day dedicated to that thing. And so that's how I prioritize it. But every single day I'm doing something towards the app or my Instagram.
Right. Okay. So prioritizing love life.
Ooh,
how are you prioritizing that in this bullseye that we got going on here?
I didn't even mention it. That's sad. That is so sad. And friends. I just left them all out. Gosh. Well, my friends have become a bigger part of my life. Like, I truly enjoy, like hanging out with my friends, but because I spent so many years in school where I couldn't, I kind of got the loner
used
vibes.
to it. You get used to that.
And they understood, and they were like, oh, she's in school. So I'm like, I'm out. They can't understand anymore, So now I pop out every now and then, and I just enjoy like time with my girls. And then when it comes to love life, I'm dating. Like, I was in a relationship for a while, and when you get out of it, you're kind of just like, what do I do? But I'm past that. I'm kind of in my like soft girl summer vibes right now. Yeah.
Well, I call it, what I'm calling it now for myself is warm girl summer, because I can't be too hot. I can't be on the street, but I could be on the sidewalk, where I'm not like outside, but I'm kind of on the sidewalk, but just, hey guys, that's on the street,
Girl,
hey guys, it's on the sidewalk. Hey guys, that's inside. I'm just, it's warm, it's Luke right now for me, so being in a relationship and just having single friends that are outside, you still want to experience those outside things, and being single, you still want to experience the relationship things. So I just feel like that warm, happy medium is essential, especially with work too. Like, you have to have that time outside of work to kind of decompress. So that decompress is like, we went to the Usher concert, which was amazing.
The best time ever.
Amazing. I wish we could go back.
That was perfect.
It was so much fun. So much fun. And I haven't been to a concert in I don't even know how long.
I know.
Like, how many years.
And those are my favorite.
Oh my gosh. When it's just a good time with your girls and you guys are enjoying it and just like marinating in the moment, and not worrying about like what you got to do for work or what I got to do for work or what we have to come back home to. It's just like that time of just peace and happiness with our friends is like, you can't beat that.
Yo, we were so in the moment. I just thought about that. That was so much fun.
So much fun. I still talk about it. I was telling my man, I was like, hey, we got to go to the Usher concert because this spot is different with your man than it is with your girl.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, because it's funny because I told him, we're going to the Usher concert, and I was like, our seats is not like front, but we're not, we're front, but we're not like front. But he can't, he walked up to us, right? Mm-hmm. And then I sent my man the video, and he was like, I thought y'all wasn't in the front.
He said that? No. Oh, my God.
I was cracking up.
I mean, technically.
I was like, he had to climb up some stairs there to get to us. So
and there was a row.
Right? Yeah, there was a row. Mm-hmm. And we was in the front, but it wasn't like, there's people that stand, and there's people that sit. So we were probably like the first sitting.
Well, that was a good spot, regardless.
Like the best.
I can't imagine a better spot than that.
No,
we
it was
were
the
front
best.
row and center in the middle.
We could order food.
We could
order drinks.
We had like 2 of these.
Yes, center. And it was such a good location.
Oh my God.
We could see everything. Usher did his thing.
Oh my gosh, so
the
talented.
Performances, the artistry behind it.
Yep.
The dancing, the interaction, it was just amazing.
It was so good. I'm so happy I did it with y'all.
No, it was a good time. I'm like, where are we going next?
But see, that's the type of summer I want.
Yes.
You know what? I think it's just a lifestyle.
Yes.
Like, just to be free, like you said, with your girls in the moment.
Yes.
Come home to bae, whatever,
and you
do
need
your
that.
work.
Yes.
Like, that's balance.
Yes. You need essential balance, because I feel like if you're working, hustling, studying, focused on, what you got going on next, and then you don't have that break, you don't have that decompression, your mental just gets stressed and it's not healthy.
Yep.
Just coming from like the medical background, and you're overwhelmed, you have anxiety, you're stressed, and because you didn't decompress.
Yeah.
And it's just essential to have those moments, to just have that balance of happiness and just like, oh, let's have a good time. And I'm like, okay, where's the next girls trip?
I know. We are so ready. We are so ready to go. But it's just like, burnout is real. Yes. And it's mental health is very real as well. And so that's why I even made the transition too. Like, in my career, I'm just like, the medical field is the only field where you're required to stay in it. Like, it doesn't make sense where we like praise other people for like leaving their 9-to-5s to become an entrepreneur. But when you leave the hospital, it's a bad thing, But it's just like, do what makes you happy, do what still helps people, right? Because that was your intention in going in the medical field.
Absolutely.
Make a change, make a difference, but be kind to yourself.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It starts within, I say it all the time,
yes.
It starts in your household, whether you have kids, whether you're single, it starts from you, and it's like, if you're not taking care of yourself, then who is?
Your patients can feel it, and they know you're not happy, you're just... like, I love a good nurse, a good doctor that really loves their job, that's really present, that, they're in their passion, they're in their purpose.
Yeah,
right?
just nurturing.
Oh, yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
And you can tell the ones that really just, you need to find another career.
Yes.
Yep.
110%. So, what's going on outside of what you're doing with your app and Pharmacy Life?
So, spoiler alert. I am like in the process of developing an activewear line.
Oh, that's dope.
And so that's happening. And then also just like more one-to-one training versus, the app. That's a great offer. But some people need a closer, personal trainer.
Absolutely.
So I'm developing that as well. So those 2 projects are, going to be, Q1. And they're taking a lot of my time. But I love
that. So activewear collection, is it going to be like a sexy line? Is it going to be like more traditional? Is it going to be, how are you going to go about that?
Let's just say it's just going to be where you can wear it in and out, right? Like, I love, because I love to walk around just with that, the grocery store, out to the club. It doesn't matter. I love activewear, so it'll be like that.
I love that. I love that. I can't wait for the color scheme.
Yes.
I can't wait for everything to come out. Congratulations on that. And then personal one-on-one training. How do you feel about, like, targeting certain different people? Because there's mothers, there's pregnant women that want to work out, there's males that want to target certain muscles. And how do you go about, I guess, finding your one-on-one training sessions with people that you work out with?
Yeah, so it is good to niche it down, and that's what I've done. It's going to be for a certain population. right? Somebody who really thinks, hey, this is the only person that has the answer to my problems. So I think that when you create any business, it's important to really think about, what do you get the most comments about? Who's reaching out for what? And I pay attention to that stuff. I screenshot it and I'm like, you know what? Because of my medical background, I can help any of these, cases, because it's not just like you said, in the gym, it's in your kitchen, it's mindset, it's a bunch of different things that people aren't even, the light's not on in these areas, and it's like you have to turn it on for them. So I think it's really important that you find a trainer, a doctor that really is like caters to you. Absolutely. Right, and knows you and your body and your genetics versus just in general.
Right.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. So what is your target niche of audience that you train particularly?
So right now with the app, it's more so women, that are dealing with time constraints. They're high earners. They want to get in and out the gym really fast. They want to lose weight quick. So that's why HIIT in 30 minutes is like the perfect thing for them.
Right.
We're really, really fast. Form is there. Like you're not skipping any steps, but you're not spending hours in the gym.
Right.
Yeah. So that's the current one. The new one that I'll release is going to be way more specific, but still targeting women.
Is it going to be targeting like specific areas like glutes and abs?
Well, not
legs?
the body area, but different like hormonal issues that they have. And I think it's really, really needed because I get a lot of questions because a lot of people will turn to medication, you know, because they're like, oh, I'm on Ozempic because I want to lose weight.
That was my next question.
I'm like, no.
How is that like, affecting the personal training? Because everyone's now wants that quick fix and, the unhealthy way coming from a medical standpoint, your perspective on Ozempic.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think a lot of people have seen weight loss, but really you only lose like 5 to 10 pounds, and it's like, but I guess if it's coupled with workouts, it could be, more. But I think that you can do it with just working out naturally and diet. But of course, even with plastic surgery, with that, we're always going to be battling that.
And you still need to maintain.
You need to maintain. Even if you do have surgery, even if you do take the medication, you should also be training.
Absolutely.
So
it's a lifestyle, like you said in the beginning.
Yeah, hopefully it's like the women, if they join my program and they are taking it and they realize the change that I give them with just working out, maybe they'll stop taking it,
Right, absolutely.
So we'll see.
Absolutely. Love that perspective. It's not like where it's like,
no
Ozempic, but still, change your life and make it more of a, because Ozempic is not meant to be taken long term.
Right.
It's meant to help you start whatever it is that you want to start. It's still an insulin based product. So it's just like, you don't want to take it for years or excessively long time, as far as 6 months or whatever the case is. You just kind of, it's like a booster almost.
Right. And it's like, especially if you have that disease state, if you're suffering from PCOS or diabetes, like take it, right? Because your weight is really, it's inflated because of your disease.
Right.
But I just think like people who are taking it cosmetically, it's like, I don't mind, but just also put in the work.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Where it's like, there's people taking Ozempic now that aren't morbidly obese.
Right.
They're, they look like us and they're like, I want to lose 10 pounds and I'm on it, Yeah. So it's almost like, how people take steroids and it's like, oh, let me get a little boost of extra muscle and let me get a little boost of extra weight loss. And that's, to me, that's how I look at it.
But like, get a lymphatic massage, like do things, you know what I mean, like that, where they're kind of like
less invasive,
traditional and less invasive.
Yeah, 110%. Okay, so for everyone that comes on the show, we play this game. Ooh. It's called Dirty Minds.
Let me take a sip.
Yes, girl, take a sip. Take a sip. Okay, so I've played it so much that I stopped playing it.
Do you know
I know
all of them? Yeah, I was about to say.
So I'm gonna let you choose 3 cards. Don't look at the cards. Hand them to me. I'm going to describe the word that's on the card, and you have to guess the word.
Okay.
Okay.
It has to be from all 3 different...
You can pick, you can switch it, you can stir it up, whatever you want to do.
Okay, let's see. Okay, do what again?
Hand them to me.
I put them over here.
All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. All day long, it's in and out. All day long, it's up and down. It's used to take a man to get me going. If you push my buttons, I'll go down on you. If I'm jerking you a lot, you feel like you want to get off.
What? It's a thing? A noun? A something? Oh, God.
The best clues is
Yeah,
if you
go ahead.
push my buttons, I'll go down on you. And then all day long, it's in and out. All day long, it's up and
I
down.
suck. I suck at this game. Okay.
If I'm jerking you a lot, you feel like you want to get off. Like get off of the thing that it's not like get off.
Is it like a toy?
No.
All day long is up and down. That's the part. That part just gets me.
All day long, it's in and out. So you're going in and out of it. You're going up and down it.
A vagina? Like, what are we talking about? All right, I suck at
elevator.
that one. She said, I'm not even thinking dirty. Oh my god.
So think
I was like
clean,
a toy, a vagina.
Think a clean word,
Okay.
but dirty description.
See? You're tricky. You didn't even say that.
Okay. So you're gonna get this one. You can sometimes stick your wood inside me.
Okay.
You should warm me up first before you stick it in. Touch me gently to see if I'm ready for you. Your dripping meat can be burning inside of me. When you play with my knobs, you really light my fire.
Oven.
Ooh, close. Stove.
Yes, finally. My mind's in the right place.
Now I got
mind's
her.
in the right place.
Yes. Now we're in the win. Okay, let's go for 2 for 3. All right. You have to pay someone to get on me. I could give you a Trojan. Without protection, you could catch something nasty from me.
Ugh.
You're not happy when I go down on you. I allow you to have intercourse with strangers.
It's gotta be a carousel.
No.
The little horse thing?
No. So the best clues is you have to pay someone to get on me. And without protection, you could catch something nasty from me. I allow you to have intercourse with strangers. You're on it every day.
Oh. Car? No.
No. Every day. We use it every day.
Phone.
No. Something else you use every day, girl. You got this one. I got faith in you, girl.
Give me the first line. What's the clues? You didn't say the clues at the
You have
bottom.
to pay someone to get on me.
That's crazy.
I could give you a Trojan, but that's like the worst clue. Without protection, you could catch something nasty from me. You're not happy when I go down on you.
Okay, so pay. What do we have to pay every single day?
Well, you don't have to pay them every day.
Oh, okay,
More monthly payments.
A tampon.
No.
I'm done.
Girl, the internet.
I said the phone.
The internet.
But that's crazy.
Without protection, you could catch something nasty from me. You can catch
the virus.
You're not happy when I go down.
Yeah, I was nowhere near that.
The phone was close.
That game is crazy.
You want to try one more?
Yeah, one more.
Okay.
Please,
You
redeem myself.
You pick. We're going to get 2 for 4. We're going to be 50%. Ooh, this one's tough.
No, then reshuffle.
Okay, go ahead. Pick another one because that one's
You've seen that one before, huh?
Yeah, that one's hard.
Okay, here.
Okay. All right. You should get this one.
Oh, God. And if I don't, she put the pressure.
You're going to get it. It's in your field. Well, kind of.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, just scratch that clue. Scratch that. Okay, without me, your long hose wouldn't spurt. You need to use your tool to get me flowing. Twist my nut, and I'll shoot across the street. She's looking at me like, girl, what the hell? Okay.
Not me using my hand. Look, I go.
If you're really flaming, you need me to squirt on you. It takes a team of men to pump me.
It's not fire hydrant.
Yes,
girl. Wow, let's go. I'm glad I got something.
Why I've been drinking, right? And I'm thinking it says hydration.
But why would you say my field?
Because I thought it said hydration. I was like, scratch that. Because I've been drinking and I was being dyslexic, clearly. Okay.
I'm sweating. I wasn't sweating till now. Like,
tell everybody what you got going on, where they can find you, where they can get on the app, all that good stuff.
Well, you guys can find me on Instagram at dr.robinb. So that's just dr.robinb. And on my link in bio, you can find my app, all the things that are coming up, my Amazon storefront. I mean, anything is there. Yes.
Yes. You guys tune in to Dr. Robin B. Tune in for her activewear collection that's coming out. Tune into her personal one-on-one training. Join the Ladder app and all things that she has going on. Make sure you guys follow her. And that is it for Telli Talks.
Yes.